Welcome to Flash Basics, Tutorial 23, Decision Making Conditional Ifs. I have the CS5 program open. I'm going to open a new FLA. Keep the default. If you're making any kind of game at all, you definitely have to know how to make if statements. So we're going to start off by calling this layer Action Script AS and open the Actions panel, and we're going to start with if and it turns purple. That's the default color for it. It has conditions that are inside of a set of brackets. There's the brackets, and in here is the sort of test we're making. So in this case we're going to just do a simple math test. 5 plus 2, and we're saying if 5 plus 2, and when you're comparing something to be equal, you need two equal signs. Equals equals 7. We know that to be true, and let's see if the test proves it true. We need an open curly bracket and a closed curly bracket, and between them is our what would happen if they're true. So in this case, between these two brackets, we're going to have a trace statement, TRACE. It will turn blue if it's spelled right. And we're going to trace open bracket, quotation mark, and we're just going to say 5 plus 2 EQUALS equals 7. Quotation mark, close bracket, semicolon. So if indeed 5 plus 2 does equal 7, it will trace this. Just going to do some formatting here. Looks nicer. Test my movie out. And there's the trace. 5 plus 2 indeed equals 7. Pretty simple. Back to the Actions panel. Try another if statement. Put another line there between them. If open bracket 2 plus 5 equals 8. This time we're making that as a test. Open curly bracket. My result, I'm saying trace in this case. Open bracket 5 plus 2 equals 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 7. And now that didn't turn green because I've got my quotation marks. Now this statement's never going to be made because this is a false statement. So after this curly bracket, let's do something called an else. ELSE, open bracket, and we're going to trace TRACE, open bracket, quotation, 5 plus 3 is what equals 8. Quotation, close bracket, semicolon. So now this time we're going to get this statement here printed. 5 plus 2 equals 7. We're not going to see this one. Let's just change this here. It says does not, DOES not equal 8. We won't see this because this is not a true test. So we'll see this traced and this traced. Control test movie. There's the first one that says 5 plus 2 equals 7, and 5 plus 3 actually equals 8. To that actions frame. We're just learning how to use this right now. Go down one more line. Let's do a greater than, or an if. There's my open quotation. If 9 is greater than 7, close bracket, open curly bracket. As soon as you hit the enter, the closing curly bracket comes up. We want to trace TRACE, open bracket, quotation, 9 is GREATER greater than 7. Close quotation, close bracket, semicolon. Let's see if that one comes up. There it is. 9 is greater than 7. Okay. Let's do another one in this line that you might find a bit more interesting. Come down. Now we're going to do a little math one. If 9 divided by 3 equals 3. But now we need to have brackets around this. Bracket, bracket. And this should work. Open curly bracket, space. We want to trace TRACE, bracket, quotation, THREE. 3 is the answer. Quotation, close bracket, semicolon. Let's see if this one comes up. See, we're doing a little math here. There it is. 3 is the answer. So these are all working so far. And I think I want to do one more in this line. If again, open bracket, 4 plus 5 divided by 3 equals 3, close bracket. Now I got to put this 4 and 5 inside of their own brackets. Bracket, bracket. So 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. So this is going to be true. Open bracket, open curly bracket, space, and what we'll say here, TRACE. We're going to do something other than tracing. Quotation mark, this DIVISION is true. This division is true. Close quotation, close bracket, semicolon. And let's see if this one works. This division is true. Open the actions panel, and let's comment these out. So to comment them all out, I have a backslash, a star, or the asterisk, and way down here, asterisk, backslash. So all those comments are not going to be used. Now let's do some variables. VAR, that's var, that should turn purple. And I'm going to call it NUMBER, number A. And I'm going to call it with a full colon. Then this drop down hint menu comes, capital NUM. And as soon as number highlights, see it's highlighted, you can press enter. Space equals 7 semicolon. That's my first variable. I'll just copy this and paste it down here. Call this number B. Just show you how to use variables. We'll make this a 5, and these should be semicolons at the end here. Semicolon, semicolon. Now let's do an if. If bracket number A, NUMBER, capital A, if number A is equal to 6. Well, we know it's not, right? We know it's not. If it is equal to 6, or if the test was equal to 6, trace, it is EQUAL, and this has to be in quotation marks, quotation, quotation, close bracket, semicolon. If it is, trace, it is equal, but it's not, so come down here, put an else in, ELSE, open bracket, trace, TRACE, open bracket, quotation, it is not equal, E-Q-U-A-L, quotation, close bracket, colon, semicolon. So let's see if this what happens here. So it should trace it is not equal. Test movie. It is not equal. Of course it's not. And we're just showing you here how you can use variables up here. They don't have to be full digits, numbers. Let's do another one. If bracket N-U-M-B-E-R, if number A equals 7, open bracket, trace, T-R-A-C-E, and this closed curly bracket's coming in automatically for us. Trace, and I think if I look up here my variables, number A is equal to 7. Trace this is true, T-R-U-E, this is true, needs a close quotation, needs an open quotation, needs a closed bracket and a semicolon. So this time we should trace it is not equal for this one, and it is true for this one. It is not equal for the first one, it is true for the second one. Okay. Let's comment these out, these tests. So right here, backslash asterisk, at the very bottom of this pile, asterisk backslash. I'm still keeping my variables, and let's do another one. If N-U-M-B-E-R-A, number A, I forgot my open bracket here. If number A is greater than 6, close bracket, we want to trace something else, open curly bracket, enter T-R-A-C-E, trace, open bracket, quotation, it is true, it is greater than, G-R-E-A-T-E-R-T-H-A-N, close quotation, close bracket, semicolon. Let's see if that one works. Okay, so we can use less thans, we can use greater thans, we can use equal tos, we can use the numbers as numbers, we can use variables. Let's do one more with this variable. Actually, let's add another variable. Go up here to where they're at, copy this line, go below it, paste it, call it variable C, number C, and call it 2 equals 2, and let's go right here so we can see it. Enter, enter. If, open bracket, number B, N-U-M-B-E-R, if number B plus N-U-M-B-E-R plus number C equals. Now if we look up here, B plus C would equal 7. So if they equal, we could say 7, but I'm going to say number A, N-U-M-B-E-R-A. So we have actually no digits here. The digits they're all variables, but we're talking about these digits up here. So if that's true, which we know it is, close bracket, we got a trace, open curly bracket, trace, T-R-A-C-E, and we're going to write it this way, trace N-U-M-B-E-R number B plus N-U-M-B-E-R-C. We're just going to do that. So it's going to trace this plus this, which we know is 7. So the trace in this case will be the number 7, just 7. Control, test the movie. There's the 7, and there's the other one that we left from the last time. There will be a follow-up to these ifs. We just did variables and digits, and we're going to actually do some if statements to see if something is getting bigger or smaller, or if it's alpha, its brightness is changing. And that will be tutorial number 24. Flash Basics tutorial number 24. More decision making. Hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you use what you learned.